Okay, so it's Tuesday, May 4th, I believe. Pandemic has my days all mixed up. So first of all, let me start by saying I'm using a Sony a6400 camera. I'm using a Sony 35mm f1.8 OSS lens. And I'm shooting 24 frames per second, 1080, using S-Log2, which is different for me. I've been using Cine 4, my picture profile. So anyway, that's out of the way. Oh, and I'm actually using my old LG V30 to record the audio because my V20, the battery's dead. Using a Purple Panda lavalier mic. I don't care that you can see it. Anyway, first thing I want to do, I am doing a daily diary about my training regimen to get myself back together. Pandemic just kind of messed me up, and I've had a lot of injuries and stuff like that. And I think it's because I'm just not in as good a shape as I've been in. And, you know, sometimes I feel like in my head, I'm always in great shape because I've been in, you know, I've always been like a workout fanatic, and I've always taken great care of my body, and my nutrition has always been really, really important to me. And so I always kind of think of myself like I'm in great shape, you know, and I live at the top of a walk up. You got to walk up about 100 steps to get to my apartment. I walk up and down these steps 3, 4, 5 times a day. I walk all over the place, but haven't been able to run in a while because I've had a few injuries, my foot, my calves. I've had a couple of really pretty bad injuries. So I'm just not in great shape right now. I don't think. I think cardiovascular-wise, I am in good shape, but I think my strength and my flexibility is not where it should be. And so anyway, I want to get back to running. So I thought there's a great opportunity to start from scratch, you know, to act as if I'm just starting from day one, like level 0, the ground level, and just build up properly, you know. So I actually made myself a program, stretching and strengthening program, starting just walking. I'm not running at all. 6 weeks, build a really strong foundation, do a lot of strength work from the ground up, from my toes to my feet, my ankles, my lower leg, my knees, all my connective tissue, my core, everything, you know, my flexibility, active isolated stretching, strength work, cable work, stuff like that. No heavy weights or anything like that, ankle weights, but, you know, working more just in my rotators and my stabilizing muscles, and then get to the bigger muscles later. And then hopefully in 6 weeks, I'll start running again and get myself back to where I feel better about myself. So that's what my daily thing is about, this daily diary, in addition to talking about my film, you know, in the process of getting to the end of I'm Not Hers, which is the name of my movie. And I'm going to, you know, share that as well, or at least I'm sharing it with myself right now because I actually haven't posted any of these daily diaries yet because I'm not sure I want to post them publicly. I'm doing it more for myself to kind of keep myself accountable to the work because it's, you know, making this film is like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life creatively because I had never done anything like this before. And the learning curve was gigantic, you know, but it was a pandemic, you know, and all my theater work was canceled, and I felt like my life was just, you know, stopped. And suddenly I was like a delivery boy working for Instacart, just trying to make money to pay my bills, and working through this crazy kind of weird depression that I didn't really realize, but I was, you know, and I just didn't feel me, you know. I didn't have a script that I was working on. I wasn't memorizing lines. I wasn't preparing for a live theatrical performance. My play, The Red Plaid Suitcase, obviously was canceled. It was supposed to open last June, which I can't believe it was like almost a year now, you know, 11 months from now. So it's just crazy. So I had no theater work, which is all I've been doing for the last 13 years, you know? So anyway, this film kind of saved my life, and it's been a great experience, but also there's been a cost to my body, I think. But anyway, what I also wanted to do today was given an update because I said that I had absolutely no side effects from my first COVID vaccination. I had the Pfizer vaccination. And so yeah, for the first 48 hours, I literally had nothing. I had a sore arm, but that was about it, you know? But I got to 72 hours, and I mean, to be fair, I don't know if this had anything to do with the vaccination, but I was so exhausted the next day that I almost passed out when I was driving. Like, I was so tired that I kind of lost consciousness almost, you know, like I just came home that night, I ate a good meal, and I just couldn't even stay up, you know. I was almost too tired to sleep, like I was afraid. I just felt weird. I didn't feel like I was in control of my body, so I don't know if that had anything to do with COVID. I actually had an experience like that once a long time ago, but it was Candida, you know, like I'm pretty prone to Candida, like sugar. I'm really, really sensitive to too much sugar. I mean, I'm not diabetic or anything like that, but I am prone to Candida. So I think my body has a lot of yeast inside of it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, you know, like I did have this crazy feeling of being exhausted, and it lasted till the next morning. And I felt a little bit better. But that's it, you know, so I am going to come back in 3 weeks and tell you how the second shot goes. I have that at the end of May. And hopefully it'll be like the first, you know, and I'll have very minimal, you know, response to it at all. You know, I'm happy that I did the first, like I've said. And I'll share it if anybody else is interested. And again, if you haven't seen the first couple of videos, and if you're somebody who doesn't go to the doctor, who has like kind of left Western conventional medicine, and I hate that word conventional because I feel like what I do is normal too, but I am all alternative medicine, which that's the term I really don't like. I mean, I have a kinesiologist, acupuncturist, homeopath, like all that kind of, that's what I do. And I really try to take responsibility for my own wellness with my nutrition, my rest, my spiritual life. So anyway, but I do feel good that I did it. Go back and watch the other videos if you're interested as to why, because it's not entirely because I was afraid of getting COVID. It was a lot of different, you know, it was like a pretty complex thought process and spiritual journey to get me to do it. But I did it, and I feel good about it, and I'm looking forward to the second one, just to get it over with, you know. So anyway, what I will share, I'll just get my, you know, daily diary stuff out of the way, but I'll keep it short just in case I don't share them, and so you have no idea what I'm talking about. And if you're just here because you were interested in the COVID response, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you leave now, so bye-bye, thanks for coming. But anyway, real quick, I trained this morning, you know, well, first of all, I got up, I did my nutritional stuff. I took my BioK Plus, which is a probiotic. I took my calcium magnesium supplement, made a shake in the morning with my meal replacement powder. I use Orgain, which is an organic powder. Took vitamin C, vitamin D3, zinc. That's pretty much all I take. The protein powder, I have a base of water. Sometimes I use a coconut, although usually I have a coconut all by itself later in the day. But some mornings I do use the coconut water as the base, and then I'll eat the meat of the coconut later. But anyway, I always have a banana because, you know, I need the potassium. I always add a lot of berries. I always have fresh turmeric root, fresh ginger root, always cut it up, put it in, and a lot of kale. I like to have greens in there. I try to drink celery juice every day, although today I didn't make celery juice because I had wheatgrass juice today, which I try to do every day. But in any case, I either have wheatgrass juice or celery juice every day, sometimes both. But try to get that kind of really powerful, all the micronutrients that go into that kind of green. Those two juices are very concentrated with phytonutrients and things like that. So anyway, that's what I did today. I stretched. I walked I think, 1.75 miles on the track. I'm trying to do my training on the track now every day for the next 6 weeks because I want to build up to my track workouts and start getting back to my 400-meter repeat workouts. Then I'll start running distance again. But, and, obviously I'm not going to just start doing sprints. I'll warm up with probably 1.5 to 2 miles of really, really slow jog before I do any kind of speed work on the track. And, my speed work now is like maybe 3/4 speed. I'm not going to go full out, unless maybe I decide to run a race at some point, but I'm just trying to get my strength back, try to get my fast twitch fibers working again, and just trying to get my, my strength, like all of my strength and stability back properly, working from a foundation of the ground floor as if I've done nothing in a while, even though I have, but starting from zero. So I walked about 1.75 miles, which was, it's fine. I stretched before that. I did a lot of strength work before that with my cables and my stretch band and some ankle weights. And that was it, It's pretty much it. Now I'm going to go work on color correcting this film because I actually went through an entire, I did the whole thing. The movie is 2 hours and 6 minutes right now. I might cut it, might wind up staying right there. It's not going to be longer. But I went through and I color corrected the whole thing and I hated it. So I'm starting over because I learned an incredible amount during that process, which took me a couple of months, like 3 months. And now I'm going back and doing it better. And, we'll get to the end soon. I don't have to rush because my boy Steve Peckman, who's doing the score, the music, isn't even close to finished yet. So I got plenty of time to complete this color grading process. But we're hoping to be done sometime in July. So it's actually not that far off. I mean, here we are at the beginning of May. So probably 2 more months of work and then, maybe 3 more months at the most. And here's the possibilities. We'll see what happens. So anyway, I'll stop there. I'll see you again in three weeks, definitely after I take my second shot. I hope you're feeling well. I hope everybody you love feels well. I hope you're feeling optimistic. And that's it. I'll be back doing this for myself tomorrow. Again, I don't know if I'm going to post these or not. As I do them, if I feel that they're, able to contribute to somebody somehow, or, if anybody here thinks that these videos contribute in some kind of way, let me know. But I know for myself, I'm doing it to keep myself accountable, to keep doing this work every day. And actually, I highly recommend, doing some kind of diary, whether it's written or typed or audio or video or whatever works for you. I'm actually doing a video diary because I'm trying to learn more about using my camera and all the settings and like everything that I do during the day. I'm trying to include this camera now. I'm kind of approaching it like I'm learning a new instrument, like as if it was a guitar or a trumpet or something like that. So I'm trying to master this camera. And so I want to get those 10,000 hours in. So anyway, I already said that I hope you're well. I hope everybody you love is well. I hope you're feeling optimistic. And I'll be back tomorrow for me, 3 weeks definitely for you. Peace.